I definitely, same guy. Funny seeing you. The Big Sean joint, Way Out. That Chris Brown joint, that's a layup. That's a layup. Don't botch that. All right, I'm gonna just tell you right now. Don't botch
It's
that one.
coming. It's coming.
All right. Keep It Light. And Route 66. Route
Wow, man.
66.
Listen. I like your taste, bro. You said some records I didn't think you were gonna say. I like your taste.
Yeah, Route 66. I mean, it's different things for different reasons. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
things for different reasons. Who's that on Same Guy Talking? That's Mom's?
She's on the end of Keep It Light.
Keep It Light. Keep It Light. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
my
I wrote the
mom.
wrong note down. Yeah, that's Mom's. Shout out to Mom's. How proud is Mom? Let's talk about that. Let's walk through, because I want to know that, because, I mean, you're 22. You've been putting out music since high school. You've been selling out shows. You was the local celeb. You know what I'm saying? You was doing your thing in the town. Now it's much, much bigger. So how proud is Mom?
Mom is very proud. Mom's the reason I got into hip hop. My mom was a huge hip hop fan. She was going to Public Enemy concerts and things when she was in college. So she's been on it. So when I was growing up, she was playing the Marshall Mathers LP. I remember when she bought Late Registration, she was playing it in the car. Hip hop, I was introduced to it by my mom. So yeah,
But I mean, this is a career now. Like, this ain't even just playing.
that's
I think I read a note here that said you was recording your first records on the Guitar Hero USB mic. So this ain't that.
exactly. I mean, what's so crazy about it is, like I said, when I was growing up and my mom was growing up, she was into it. She was tapped into what's going on. And of course, you have a kid and you tap out a little bit because you got to focus on you. But me being in the game and making headlines and dropping big songs has brought her back into the culture a little bit, interested in what's going on. So she's hip right now. She knows what's going on. She knows everybody because she's interested because her son is a part of it.
Did the, I guess, the early days of performing in Louisville, how many performances, like when you was doing, like, opening up for, I don't know who can, I read you opened up maybe for Vince Staples or somebody. You was performing at popular places around the city. South by Southwest, Hustle was in there for sure.
Yeah.
How much did that help you?
Hugely because I did the rap thing. Like I really like went through the come up in the most steady way, bro. And that's what's so amazing about my fans is I built a core fan base that have been listening to me as I've found myself. I posted about that yesterday. I've been finding my voice the whole time and I've been adding people to the army as I've been going. But I did all the things, bro. I did A3C, I did South by, I did horrible shows, bro. I did shows with no one in the building. I felt all those feelings. I had to feel the feelings of not being the man so many times, of feeling like the man on the record and then going out in the world and finding out you're not the man yet. I went through that. I did all that stuff. So this has been organic for me. And like, what's crazy is I've had such a breakout year is that there's people that really see me as like an industry plant. You know what I'm saying? They say that. And like, out of everyone out right now, I'm one of the furthest from that. I really did all those things. I really paid my dues. I really put in the work. So for me, yeah, coming up in Louisville, I was doing any show I could get. I was anyone that come to town. I was myself emailing promoters trying to open. So, and then I took it down to Atlanta. I was doing open mics. So I've been hustling.
How did you link with Lil Baby for Face of My City, man? That's a big
Right.
connect for you.
Nah, it's a good look. When I graduated high school, I started spending a lot of time in Atlanta. And as Lil Baby was ascending, right as I was going down there, I remember my dog came out and he was really starting to become like the man. And we'd see each other in the club or we'd see each other backstage at certain things. And he would dab me up and salute me like, yo, keep going. Like, I see what you got going. Like, he showed me love every time. And I got a lot of respect for that dude because, I mean, he was liking my posts early. He just been showing me love. And I think this record, it was finally time. And he has a good relationship with Drama. And so Drama was like, yo, I think he's got the one. He sent him the record and he smacked it, bro. Smacked it. So that's a good dude, bro.
The album, that's what they all say. Jack Harlow, you could get it right now on Apple Music. I believe it's Rendezvous. You say a couple of lines in there. I wanna ask you about. You say if you wouldn't be rapping, you'd be a masseuse. I believe is the line. How real is the massage game out here? You know what I'm saying? Is that part of the repertoire when sealing the deal?
Yeah, that's definitely in my bag of tricks, man. That's definitely like one of my things I can tap into. I'm just good with my hands, you know. Every girl I've ever talked to, their favorite trait of mine is my hands. So that's one of my things. But like I said in the song, I would be a good masseuse. Fun fact, but it's a hidden talent because she's rubbing my back. All these different cities, I'm becoming sidetracked, you know. So not everybody finds out.
Not everybody gets to look. Track 5, Way Out with Big Sean. I gotta salute you. I wasn't quite sure in all of the material I heard from you that you would be able to keep this tempo. So when this beat came in, I was very keen to hear like, cause it's a certain type of look. A lot of rappers nowadays get away with the melodic raps over the 60 BPM joints where they double time it, and the 60 70 BPMs gives you space to kind of move
Space to
around and
think,
play with the
space to
words.
think,
Exactly.
space to think.
But then when you step that BPM up, you know what I'm saying, it starts to get a little bit, breath control, and you got to be more precise with your word game.
Man,
Is
it's
that
real you peep that. It's real you peep that. That's my comfort zone. That's my tempo. That's me. That's where I
really?
like to be. And I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way. I'm saying I prefer that over the slower tempo. I don't know why. I've always gravitated to up tempos. You know, I listen to a lot of mid 2000s Pharrell, like Gwen Stefani, like up tempo, groovy, Black Eyed Peas stuff. So that stuff is like in my that's second nature for me. I love that tempo. So I appreciate you peeping that though, because not a lot of people want to do those tempos.
Well, and interestingly enough, when you go into Big Sean's resume, he's got a few collabs with people at that tempo where Big Sean is okay, being somebody's, Robin to their Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Meek Mill on Burn, and you know what I mean.
Great
Big Sean,
example.
they'll jump on some shit and be like, "Oh, I'll go. Let's dance. Let's do it."
Yeah.
So
Nah, he's one
it
of
was
those.
good
I
to
knew
hear
I couldn't
that.
give that record to anybody. He's a rapper though. You know, I could play him any beat and he's gonna find his way.
Um, I found it mostly ridiculous. But I'm sure, did you think it would be a thing when you chose to shoot this album cover of you signing autographs to kids and a black woman's laying by your side in the car? Did you
Right.
even think of it as controversial?
Man, you know what's so crazy, bro, is I'm very like tapped into what I think is gonna happen. I'm calculated. This is something me and my team didn't even anticipate much discussion about. I can't lie. We weren't mad at the discussion, but we didn't see it coming. I can't lie. I didn't see it coming for sure.
What I don't know much about Louisville, other than, Muhammad Ali and, sports. And, obviously most recently with Breonna Taylor. What is the racial dynamic of the city and kind of like how you grew up? You
Right.
know what I mean?
I'm
Because
glad
from
you
what I
asked, because
understand, I
go
don't
ahead.
really understand. Some cities are very segregated. Some cities are, certain schools are more, integrated than others. I don't know much about Kentucky at all.
For sure. Well, Louisville is it's a full on one thing that people mistake Louisville for is it's in Kentucky, so I think they think like small town country. It's a full blown city. It's completely urbanized, and it's a melting pot culturally. I mean, if you come to our parties, if you come to where we hang out, it's incredibly diverse of people from all walks of life. And you can't say that for every part of the city. Of course, there's neighborhoods that are blacker and there's neighborhoods that are whiter, but for the most part, especially in the neighborhood I grew up, the Highlands, it's a diverse melting pot. So that's what I experienced, and our cover reflects that. And so that's why, despite all the controversy, I was so secure in what we had done because I could stand on that in an authentic way. Is I'm trying to represent more than just me. I'm the biggest name out of Kentucky right now, but I'm not the only story there is, especially not in hip hop. There's a lot of rappers coming out of Louisville right now. So I'm trying to shed light on a bigger picture than just me and my white skin. And so for me, seeing the controversy over that is for me it's the exact opposite. Is I'm representing something bigger than me. And where I come from culturally, it's definitely a melting pot, bro. It's definitely everybody, kind of unified over one thing. We get along. We don't see it that way. So yeah, that's how I grew up.
I read a note that said you took a lot of meetings in your freshman year of high school. Eventually you're now signed to Drama and Canon over at their was it Generation Now or Generation Now imprint. So y'all got a partnership. Did for when if ever did frustration set in for you as a rapper? Like when do you remember that moment? And then how did you or what checked you and got you back in pocket to get you to the next phase of the game? And the reason I ask you is only, so maybe there's artists, because, when you come up, when you're not in LA and you're not in New York or Atlanta or Miami, Houston, these big cities, even though Louisville is a good sized city, sometimes, it gets real frustrating because ain't nobody paying attention.
Well, one thing I'm thankful for is the internet changed that. In my opinion, you can be from Wyoming right now, and if you give something the world cares about, you can be out of here. But I had tons of moments of frustration. I had tons of moments of self-doubt and wondering, like, damn, like, what's not connecting? Will I ever be in the space I want to be in? I remember laying in my bed at night. I talked about it on my song River Road and staring at the ceiling, wondering, like, why am I not where I thought I was going to be? Why did this last project I dropped not take me where I thought I was going to be? So it's a work in progress. And I'm sure there's some artists listening right now. I have a lot of fans that want to be artists themselves. And if you're listening right now, it's a work in progress. And that goes for any career. You're going to have those down moments. Those are just part of it. It's not all going to be up, but it makes the up moments sweeter when you go down a little bit. So I definitely had a ton of moments of self-doubt and looking in the mirror wondering, do I have what it takes? Am I who I think I am? You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Sounds like a lot of self-reflection too, though. Like it wasn't just like you place blame on everybody else. It sounds like you was asking questions
That's
about.
what it's all about. And I'm glad you said that because that's what it's about, bro, is looking in the mirror and asking yourself, what could be better though? What could I be doing better? And it doesn't mean not being confident. You have to see yourself as great and you have to believe in yourself, but you have to look in the mirror and say, man, what's not connecting? I've changed the way I do a lot of things over my career, and it's all been authentic to me. And in my opinion, I've gotten closer and closer to who I actually am. But I've changed how I've used my voice. Experimented with tones. When I was early on, I was up here, I was rapping in the nasal tone, and I started to realize, if I just rap at my conversational tone, rap like I'm talking, it makes a world of difference for me. The music got sexier. People wanted to hear it. I started to realize, oh, this actually sounds good. Little stuff like that, you have to make changes. You got to look in the mirror and analyze. So exactly what you said is reflection. Don't point at anyone else. What could you be doing?
Before we get out of here, talk about this best rap performance Grammy nomination. I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, are hating because they think you just showed up out of nowhere. But, how does it feel?
Man, I've been seeing nothing but love. I'm sure there are people hating, but I finally stopped searching my name a long time ago. So all I see is loved ones, and I'm thrilled, bro. There's nothing that can make this sour for me. I always wondered if I'll get nominated for a Grammy, just given the genre I was in. So I'm thrilled, bro. And it feels good. It don't feel political. It don't feel corrupt. It don't feel wrong. It feels like this was a big song this year. So I'm enjoying it.